Oh, yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing? You all right? Don't be shy, ladies. Give it up, buttercup. Everybody all right? Say yeah. Yeah. Say yeah. Well, good evening. Welcome to the Paul Santos Show. Well, put your hands together for none other than Paul Santos.
Oh. Wow. All right. Welcome to the show. How about that introduction by the sidekick of the century, the co-host with Cahoonies, world-class vocalist and entertainer, Chops Turner. There he is right there. Oh, my God. All right. Well, we here on the Paul Santos Live Show, we highlight the talented, the interesting, and the entertaining from our area. Tonight, we have a couple of outstanding musicians, along with Odaine Williams. Say hello to Mr. Pat Loomis. Hey! And how about a classy representative for our local city of New Bedford, Massachusetts, Miss New Bedford 2022, Megan Sylvia. That's you. Hey. And of course, Megan Sylvia, Miss New Bedford, she represents the high road of the show, representing the low road of the show. Crazy Casey, there he is right there. And how about a special hello to our new viewers on our new platform, ABC6 in Providence. How about that? Oh, that's right. We are on the move here. And by the way, you know, I got to tell you, I got some great news over here in case you didn't hear it. My son and daughter-in-law had one of those gender reveal parties for their first child and our first grandchild. And guess what? It's a boy! Hey! Hey, Charles, have a cigar. I did. Hey, wait a minute, Casey, have a cigar. Casey. There you go. I'd give one to you guys. I didn't realize they were $10. I didn't realize they were $10 a pop. You know, I'm really glad to see that Casey is here tonight. You know, Casey, Crazy Casey, we call him. You know, Crazy Casey is the only person I know who on date night takes jumper cables and puts them in his shorts. Yeah, it's shocking. Hey, you know, I don't know. Is it any better with the cigar? You know, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Even this, Red Auerbach came one game short of winning the championship. Anyway, you know, I just got back from that cruise to Bermuda. Did you hear about that? Yeah, that's the one where the fishing vessel from New Bedford actually hit into the ship. Imagine that. You know, we heard this bang in the middle of the night. I ran outside, and then I was talking to somebody, and I heard this rumor that the fishing boat was from New Bedford, Massachusetts, and it was the Gabby B. Imagine that. So I came back into the room. My wife said, "What happened?" I said, "We got banged by Gabby B." Then the guy in the next cabin said, "Who the hell is Gabby B?"
Who is Gabby B?
Actually, it's Gabby G. I made a mistake. Whoever it is, they must be something else because the whole ship rocked. I can tell you that. Anyway. I'm sorry about this. Oh, by the way. Is that a keeper or should I get rid of that one? Keep that one. All right. I have the garbage can in case we're We're really dying over here. We got the garbage can. Anyway. Last week we were toppling over, you know what I mean? That's the way it goes. Anyway, yeah, you know, the ship was vibrating and tilting to one side. Oh my God, it was crazy. Some guy said to me, he said, "Hey, did we get hit in the forward?" I said, "No, we took it in the aft."
Wow.
Mr. Bedford still here? Hey, you know, I got to tell you.
Can you make that joke on like ABC Channel 6 in Providence?
It might be a 1 week show. I'm not sure. We're trying to do 10 in a row, but I don't know if we'll make it. Anyway, you know, the captain of the ship, I was really shocked. You know, we thought the captain was going to come on and say, "Here's what happened. We get hit by this New Bedford fishing vessel, but everything's okay. Everything's all right. Don't worry about it," because thankfully nobody was injured and was so happy about that. But he never made any kind of announcement or anything. I mean, that's not how Captain Kirk would have handled it. Would have been, red alert, photon torpedo, Mr. Sulu, stand by, photon torpedo. I mean, we need a guy that can really handle a situation, you know? By the way, I made sure I didn't talk any politics on the cruise, you know? I heard some people talking politics. I don't talk politics. You know, the left blames the right blames the left. I actually do something modern now, you know? I took the original phrase of the founding fathers and twisted it around. Life, liberty, and stay under the radar. That way we... Left wing, right wing, and chicken wing. Yes, exactly. Well, anyway, let's do a little science. You guys want a little science over here?
Sure.
Let's do a little science, you know. There was a gigantic dinosaur species discovered in Argentina recently, you know. Yeah, they had short little arms and big skulls like this, and they went around like that, you know what I mean? You know, yeah. So here we are millions and millions of years later, and now we have people walking around with regular arms, but they're numbskulls.
That's got to go. I don't know.
I thought that was one of the better ones. How come the ones I like, everybody else thinks is lousy? I don't understand it. Anyway. Hey, you know, I was at a Home Depot parking lot the other day. You know that shop? Did you ever go to Home Depot? That was a Home Depot park. This is another mean joke. So I'm just warning you in advance. You know, they had these special, you know, parking places, handicap, obviously, veterans and so forth. So the man came up to me and he said, "Hey, maybe they can add some spaces for idiots." And I said, "Well, I don't think the parking lot's big enough."
Yeah, that was a good one, man.
Hey, you know, we haven't had enough rain this summer, they say. You know, not enough rain. Yeah, you know, I'm glad we don't have the rain. I like it hot and sunny every single day. Some people are saying, "Hey, you know what? My grass looks really ugly." I said, "Well, my grass looks ugly even when it does rain." I'll tell you, the only good grass I got's in the house.
Oh, I get it.
All right. Don't go by this. We have a great show tonight. Don't go by this. This is only a little warm-up. No, really, we have a great show tonight. We do want to thank our sponsors, J&J Materials out there in Swansea. Yeah, that's right. We've got Whaler Inn and Suites, Banquet and Conference Center, our home base. We have Bristol County Media, Aaron Cadju. There he is, our producer-director. We have Surf Pro of Dartmouth, New Bedford. We have Tomatoes Italian Grill in Mashpee, Massachusetts, where Chops Turner performs every Saturday night. Yes. We have attorney John Seed in New Bedford. And we have our newest sponsor, Ralph's Auto of New Bedford. He is here right now. All right. We are going to be back with our first guest right after this message from these guys. Here's Pat Loomis and Odaine Williams, the Paul Santos Live Show. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. friend, Mr. Williams, right over there playing those keyboards. Thank you very much for being with us tonight. Okay, we would like to take this opportunity to bring our first guest aboard. She has been serving as Miss New Bedford 2022. Would you put your hands together for Megan Sylvia? Hey, Megan, how are you? Step right up, step right up, step right up. All right, a little closer, a little closer. There you go, that way you can see you right over there. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. I can tell by watching your facial expressions that you're absolutely thrilled to see that opening.
I thought it was great.
Hey, Loomis, did you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
I couldn't miss it.
No, I thought it was great. You're an amazing saxophone player. And you're awesome too.
You haven't
showed off yet.
You're my new
but
best
I'm
friend.
excited to see.
Just want to say, you're my new best friend.
Hey, my wife claims to not watch, but I know she watches. Would you just tell her again? Would you say that again, what you thought of the open?
I thought it was great.
Hey, how about that, Casey? How about that, Casey? All right. Hey, you gotta try for things. You know what I'm saying? All right, step right up a little closer to right here. There you go. That way we can see you and so forth. You keep stepping on the microphone.
Hey, can we go back to where she said I was an amazing saxophone player? It was really cool, man. Say it one more time for the folks. Say it one more time for the folks at home.
Let's hear it one more time. Hey, wait till you hear Crazy Casey. Then we're going to ask you your opinion. That guy right there, the guy with the Madeira hat on. Anyway, it's great to have you here tonight. I can see you have a great sense of humor, and of course, we're happy about that. But tell me a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how did you get involved in the pageants?
So I'm a 24-year-old native of New Bedford, born and raised. I still live in New Bedford. Now moved out on my own, graduate of Bridgewater State University. I'm employed as a health teacher in the New Bedford public school system. Yeah. At the elementary level, I work at two separate elementary. Oh, okay, thank you. At the elementary level, I work at two separate schools in the district, Hathaway Elementary and Ashley Elementary. So that's pretty much like what I'm up to now. Yeah, they are great schools, great staff, great leadership. But I originally got involved with the Miss New Bedford organization when I was 12, 13 years old. I competed at the teen level. And I was Miss New Bedford's Outstanding Teen in 2013. And then it took me a while to win Miss New Bedford. But finally, at 24, I clinched it. Or 23 when I won. And here I am.
So what was it about the pageants that you really enjoyed, that you really wanted to go for that, the enjoyment of it? What was it about it?
So I am a vocalist, I'm a singer, and I met a couple of participants in the Miss New Bedford org, a couple of Miss New Bedfords who were also vocalists, and they had all these awesome opportunities to sing at football games, like national anthems and stuff, and just be a part of the community, and that's something I'm really passionate about. I love the community, so it kind of it fit for me, and plus being able to sing and the glitz of it, I won't lie, I love that too. So it's a win-win situation,
Hey, I got a question. You're
Yes.
a singer? We're putting you to work tonight, okay? We know the Star Spangled Banner. We do. Yeah.
I know a lot I'm a vocalist. I know a lot of other stuff, but my best friend Teddy Matthews, he was supposed to be here tonight, but he's homesick. I wonder if he's watching, but he's homesick. He couldn't be here. We're a little duo. He plays, we sing together. Yeah.
You know what? We're going to have you back as soon as you're better, a couple months down the road, and it'll be a lot of fun. Because I heard you sing before, and you guys were great. At Rick Trapillo's thing.
Oh my gosh, he's phenomenal. He's so talented.
All right, so tell me about your reign as Miss New Bedford. There are so many fun things to do. Obviously, being a role model, going to the schools, going to all the community events, the parades, all that stuff. What has been the most fun for you, and what are some of the things that you've accomplished?
Can I pick a few things? So every Christmas, New Bedford has awesome stuff going on downtown and Klasky Park and stuff. They do the tree lighting. So Miss New Bedford gets to be a part of that. I get to sing and walk in the parades. I love that. I get to ride in all of the parades in the city, but yeah, my wave isn't like that. So I was in the Portuguese Feast Parade yesterday and I waved like a normal person. And some people in the crowd were like, it's like this. I was like, I don't do that. I don't know. I wave like a normal human being. So the parades, things like that. And then personal for me, I've done a lot of work with my platform or my social impact initiative. Every competitor in the Miss America organization has one. It's like a cause you're passionate about. Mine involves literacy, early literacy for children. So I've held a lot of book drives, done a lot of stuff with that. I'm really fortunate that I am employed at the Country Club of New Bedford, and I have a lot of great networking connections there. I was able to host a fundraiser for one of the schools where I teach, Hathaway Elementary School, and I raised over $10,000 to help build a playground there. So I've had an awesome time. I competed at Miss Massachusetts. I've been able to go to countless events for children and read books and sing songs and volunteer, and I just have loved it. It's been a real whirlwind. I've always dreamt of being Miss New Bedford, and it's definitely been amazing.
That's great. Well, it's funny because you're able to tie the reign as Miss New Bedford with your education, the fact that you're an educator.
Yeah, with my daily life, it's been a great tool for me to expand my reach outside of just my classroom. And I love that. So it's been a lot of fun.
Now, becoming a teacher in that medical area that you do, the health area, why did you choose that as a career?
So it's really interesting. I kind of fought being a teacher for a while. Teaching runs deep in my family genes. I'm a 4th generation, technically, New Bedford educator. 3rd generation, like direct line, if you count like a great grandparent on the other side. But that's a long line of teachers in the fam. And for a while, I thought I wanted to be a nurse. I went to vote for medical, and then I realized I did not want to work in healthcare. So I went to college. I majored in actually criminal psychology. So it's not like a health-related field. And then once I graduated college, it was like right in the middle of 2020, like the pandemic and COVID and everything. So my mom suggested subbing. She was like, why don't you sub, see if you like it? Because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do next. And I subbed at the high school for a year, and I fell in love with teaching. But I thought that like a younger age level would be good for me. And then I thought about what I would want to teach and if I would want to be in a classroom, like with the same class constantly. And I was like, I actually kind of like the specialist life. And then I looked into the different specials. Music caught me at first, but being a vocalist and stuff, but music, I'm not a master of that. I don't feel like I could like teach that. Whereas like health concepts for elementary are a lot about social emotional health and like being a good person and eating right and your food groups and sleeping and all of that. And I feel like I've mastered that, I guess. And I can in some ways, I'm still growing up myself. I'm only 24, but I feel like I can do a lot more impact with that. So I really loved that special. And I just saw the job posting and ran with it. It was pretty interesting how it all happened, but it worked out. I love my job.
That's great. Nothing like when you love your job. There's no question about that. You talk about criminal psychology. There's a gentleman sitting over here, Crazy Casey. Yeah, I think you could learn a lot. You could learn a lot from the guy. See the guy with the Madeira hat? You could learn a lot from him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I could tell.
You two over there, don't say anything. Okay. She's gonna psychoanalyze you. Don't do it. Okay.
We'll see.
I can give you some of my early elementary educational systems that I used to work on.
Yeah. He's gonna help us out.
I trained them.
Yeah, he trained them
To go to the bathroom.
That's what he's. I have to repeat what he says because he's off the mic over there. But no, like if you wanted to do a thesis, like say you want to go for your case study or something like that, you could write about a 10-chapter book right there.
All right, good to know.
If you don't believe me, wait till his spot comes up. Well, anyway, what do you got coming up now? I know that we always think of Miss New Bedford 2022, 2021. It doesn't go by the calendar year because the next one, gets picked like in October. So your time is winding down, right?
Oh, yes. It is.
Is that sad?
Yeah, it's bittersweet. Like it's been a really busy year for me. But it's definitely sad. I don't want to be done. October 23rd, the competition is going to be held at the Zeiterian Theater. Beautiful theater, beautiful pageant. But that being said, we're recruiting contestants for both the Miss and the Teen. So if you know anybody or you yourself are interested in competing, look us up on Facebook. There's information for like an info session. Please come. It's a life-changing experience. You win a boatload of money for school, $3,500 for being crowned to go towards your student loans. Like, that's amazing. I don't know why nobody clapped for that because that's amazing, people. I don't know if you guys have student loans, but
Come on, Casey.
they're awful. So money towards your student loans. You're able to compete at the Miss Massachusetts pageant, like representing your own hometown if you're from the area, there's nothing like that. And the board is amazing. A ton of sponsors, like local sponsors in the area, boutiques and like fitness studios and meal prepping and all kinds of other stuff that you get for free or like an extremely discounted rate. So it's definitely worth like competing and looking into.
Did you get some sponsors for Paul?
Yeah.
Listen, also, it's funny that you mentioned sponsors. So going back to my fundraiser that I had, it was called the Playground Project. And I got that event fully like corporately sponsored by businesses in the area. Like the Miss America organization gives you networking skills. So I'm serious. If you're a young woman out there and you want networking skills, you want scholarship money, you want a lifetime opportunity of a lifetime, compete in the Miss New Bedford organization. That's all I have to say.
Well, we had Hannah Lima on a little while back, Miss New Bedford Outstanding Teen, and I figured if she could take it, you could take it. so she.
I hope that you guys were not like this around Hannah. Oh, my little baby.
I know her parents, John and Judith, really well, and John and I go back to I used to be a DJ back in the day. He did it a lot longer than I have. Yeah, he's a DJ, so I got to know them a long time, and they're great people. And she's a terrific young person. And
She's so amazing.
she actually read the poem about, coming across the 9,000 miles and all that.
Yep. Every competitor in the Miss America organization really has to have a talent, and Hannah's a spoken word. And I think that's so different and unique. It's self-written too. And she's a phenomenal young lady. I'm happy you guys had her on. She's great.
Now, anything else you want to mention before we let you go? I mean, do you have any plans coming up? I know that you were thinking about maybe pursuing some music, maybe gigging with your partner there.
So I am looking into some potential gigs right now with my friend Teddy. Teddy Matthews. That's like normal spelling, except it's Matthews with one T. Seriously, look him up. He just dropped a single. He's amazing. I'm looking into doing another fundraiser for the Playground Project, potentially. I don't want to say drop a date or anything yet, but I'm looking into doing something for that. It would be in mid-September. So, and it's like a cheaper cost event. My original fundraiser was like a little bit more expensive. This will be like a little bit more affordable for like the people in the community. So I'm excited about that. Be on the lookout for an announcement about that. And that's all I really have to say. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss New Bedford, Megan Sylvia. All right. All right. At this time, we are going to turn things over to our other guest tonight. You guys ready to do a full song?
Yes.
You going to sing a little bit there, Mr. Pat Loomis?
Maybe.
Come on, Pat. Let us have it.
All right.
All right. Okay, once again, put your hands together for our terrific musical guests. They're filling in for our house band as well. They're doing double duty. Odaine Williams and Pat Loomis.
Well, I'm so in love with you. Whatever you wanna do is all right with me. Let me be the one you come running to. Let I never be untrue. Baby, since we've been together, well, loving you forever is all I need. Let me be the one you come running into. And I'll never be untrue. What I wanna say is let's stay together. Loving you forever. Whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Well, now why? Somebody tell me, why do people break up? Turn around and make up. I can't see, 'cause you never do that to me. Would you now, baby? Being around you is all I see. What I wanna say is, girl, now, let's stay together. Loving you forever. Whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Whether Whether times are good or bad now, happy or sad, let's stay together.
All right, an amazing job, along with our good friend Odaine Williams. That is Mr. Pat Loomis. Hey, you got some fans out there watching tonight. Shout out to Lynn Marie Scrivano, who is watching from Niagara Falls, New York.
Wow.
That's right, way out there. We have Bruce Sear watching today. Shout out to you. Joe Montero says hello. Jackie Fernandez also watching down there in the Villages in Florida. We have Jim Andre. That's the guy who claims to be abducted by a UFO. Yeah, he's down in Florida.
wow.
He's in Florida right now.
That's where UFOs hang out, man.
He's on the planet Earth right now. But hey, Jim, thank you very much for looking in. Philip McDonald wants to know if Crazy Casey had too much wine at the Madeira feast. I guess we'll find that out in a few minutes. Another Florida viewer, Dina Turacaso, is watching today, and Barbara Kreis from down here along the South Coast. Okay, let's have our good friend, Mr. Pat Loomis. Come on over. Come on over. Come on down. Pat Loomis. I was going to say, you can have some walk-up music, but you can't have walk-up music for yourself, can you? You could actually. So, Pat, great to have you here. Thank you very much for not only being a guest, but also being kind of like a fill-in house band. Are you having fun over there?
We're having a great time. Yeah. Yeah. When do I get paid? No, I'm just kidding.
You're on the Chops Turner plan.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Someone should have told me that ahead of time.
All right, step right over here. So we want to make sure that the handsome Mr. Loomis is on camera over here. So you were spending a lot of time here in Massachusetts, and a little while back, you went and set up shop in Hollywood, of all places. How about that? That's fun, huh?
It's a strange place, man. Let me tell you, it's nothing like here or Boston. It's just there's some real cool people out there, but there's also some really interesting people, man.
How's the rent?
It's up there. That's a high mortgage, man. I'm telling you. But I will say, the beaches are lovely.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
The beaches are absolutely beautiful, man. And there's a lot of great musicians I met out there and worked with, and and I think I put on about 10 pounds from all the Mexican food I've eaten from all the taco trucks, man. It's a big difference, man, between Mexican. No offense to any Mexican restaurants here, but you go out to LA, it's it's the real deal, man.
Well, the funny thing is I really enjoy saying things like, ladies and gentlemen, straight out of Hollywood, it's Pat Loomis. You know what I mean? Like, if you feel like a little extra zippity-doo-dah instead of saying.
That was the very word I was thinking, zippity-doo-dah, yeah, that's it.
Does it feel cool that you're kind of bouncing around the whole LA scene and all that?
Yeah, it does. And what's equally cool is being kind of like bi-coastal, because I come back here for a little while and play, and then I go back, and then I'm coming. I came out at the end of May for a week, did a bunch of shows in Boston and New Bedford, and then I went back for a few months, and I'm here in the middle of a 3-week run here, and then I'm going back to LA for a week and a half. I'm going up to Seattle, Washington, my original hometown, to play. Then I'm going back to LA for a week, and then I'm coming back here to do a bunch of gigs for about 5 weeks. And then, so it's going to be like that, just kind of bouncing back and forth, because this is here's over half my life has been in Massachusetts. And so I've got so many good friends here, seriously, man. He's a good friend. She's a good friend. He's a good friend. And I don't want to just exit out of these people's lives. You know what I mean?
Hey, did he leave anybody out there?
And you're a good friend too, Paul. Lest I forget you.
Hey, there it is. All right. So I know you lived in Massachusetts for what? It was a long time, right?
33 years, yeah.
So why did you decide to go to California?
Because my wife got a job out there designing for Adidas. So, and so I don't know how long we're going to be there, but wherever we might end up back here full time. But I'm going to be. You're all going to get sick of me coming back and forth. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, Lori's already sick of me coming back and forth.
Yeah, that's right. Lori Gomes in the house tonight from the girl. Yeah, she's over there. Jump in the extra chair. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, come on. We want to just jump in that chair. Here we go. There she is. There's Lori Gomes. She doesn't know it yet, but she's going to be a guest on the show. I've been oh yeah. All right. Well, whatever. Really good. Hey, so not to pump your tires or anything, but when you said that you were going to California because your wife was working in California and you were going to have to find gigs and all that, I knew you were going to have no problem finding gigs. And I'm following you on social media, and you're here, and you're there, and you're up in Northern Hollywood, not Hollywood, LA. And I'm like, man, this guy, I knew you were going to do well.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's been a little bit of a challenge, but it's things are starting to happen, and I got a couple of shows when I get back, actually. I think about a week or so, about 2 weeks. I started working with these Brazilian musicians, and it's just phenomenal, man. Just playing all the samba stuff and everything.
That's my people. Well, sort of.
Well, your people populated Brazil, didn't they? Kind of occupied. The occupied is such an ugly word.
Yeah, they kind of barged in, and they probably weren't supposed to be there, but that's a whole nother story.
But at least there were jobs for the natives, though. Okay, we're getting heavy. Sorry about that.
So, real quick, what was it about music? What is it? I can tell when I see people like yourself, you just love it. Why is that?
I don't know how to do anything else, so that makes it. No. I'm trying not to be heavy here. Okay, if I was going to get heavy, I would say. It's just it's a way of communicating and reaching people, and it's just, I know it's an overused word, but like magical. Because there's things that happen in music that you just can't explain, but you feel it, and you know when you hear it, and you know when you feel it, and that's a cool thing.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you.
I don't know how to do anything else either.
All right, Pat Loomis, thank you so much. Back over to stage left or stage right or whatever that is. All right, let's get Chops Turner up here. Chops, come on up. I want to talk to you for a second. Chops Turner, ladies and gentlemen, the sidekick of the century, the co-host with Cachet. Step right up. A little bit closer to the camera. With that shirt, you don't want to get too close to the camera, but. So what's going on with you? What are you up to there? You having fun?
I'm enjoying every step of the way.
All right. Well, you heard that Pat Loomis was going to be one of our guests, and the first thing you said to me was, "Oh, Pat Loomis, yeah, he owes me money. Pat Loomis owes me money. He owes Casey money too, actually.
Both of them owe money." But on a serious shit with my man Pat, we played together in a wedding band with Sal DeFusco for many years, and this guy's unbelievable singer and saxophonist. I mean, he's unbelievable, undeniable. I'm telling you, he's phenomenal. And my man Odaine too. Okay, very, very phenomenal players.
Well, when you heard that they were going to be here, right? You said to me, "Oh, yeah, maybe they'll let me sing with them. I'm going to sing with them." And then when they came in, they said, "Oh, Chops going to be here. Oh, I want Chops to sing with us." So there was like a mutual admiration thing going on there.
Oh yeah, I mean, to play with great musicians, I mean, it's like it's a magical thing, as Pat said. It's magical.
No question. Yeah. By the way, how's Mrs. Turner doing these days?
Very good. We were down in Federal Hill last night. We went to see the great players play Mike Dutra and them, and they were phenomenal singers.
Well, I know you came here and hung around with me on the date of your anniversary. And I was thinking, gee, I hope that went over big. I was thinking to myself, would you tell a wife like, hey, I gotta go hang around with Paul Santos tonight? I didn't think that was going to go over too big. You know what I mean? Next year, my anniversary falls on a Monday. You'll have to see. You'll see what I be doing that day.
That's right. Well, she knows that this is my livelihood. It's what I do, and this is going to plot the future. For us, as a family.
Yeah, we're going out, you, me, Nicole, and we're going out to dinner.
That steak dinner, man. I ain't forget about that.
Well, no, there's a story that goes with that. There's a story that goes with that. Like, Chops was coming, we had the pandemic, and Chops was like, no, we're going to do the show anyway. We'll do them by Zoom. We'll somehow keep this going. We don't want to keep it going. And he'd come every week, and he'd sing every week, and he'd do the thing. And I said, you know what, Chops, just to show my gratitude, I'm going to take you out for a steak dinner, right? So then, I don't know, one thing led to another, and like a year went by or something. And, we didn't want to spread any COVID and all this stuff, And actually, I got COVID a while back, so I want to make sure we're all good and shape. But we're going to, no, that was back in December. I'm clean and green now. So now I think we're in pretty good shape. So I think we're going to get that. And what do you like? Prime rib, ribeye? Like you want top shelf stuff, don't you?
Prime rib, brother.
Prime rib.
Ribeye. Ribeye. I like ribeye steaks.
What did he say? Casey said you want the whole cow?
Whole cow. Casey crazy, man. You know he's crazy. I can't wait till he gets up here. He's crazy.
Yeah, we can't wait. Okay. So anyway, do you want to do a song right now with Chops?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So all right, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna head over there?
Yeah.
All right, head on over. So this is gonna be great. Very rarely do we have a trio like this. Of course, we've got Odaine Williams. We have this great gentleman who came back to here where he lived for 2 decades in Massachusetts from LA, Pat Loomis, and our own sidekick of the century, world-class vocalist and entertainer, Chops Turner and Company. Let's hear it for him. All right.
Oh, give it to him, y'all. Come on, give it to him. Hey, oh yeah. Ooh, hey, baby, are you ready? Oh yeah. Ooh. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Come on, Pat. I know, 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 I know. Hey, I'm gonna leave this young thing alone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Play for me, Pat. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, she goes away. She goes away. She goes away.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it for
Thank you.
Odaine Williams on keyboard, Pat Loomis on sax, and our own Chops Turner on vocals. Great job. You know, I got a comment before by a gentleman by the name of Bruce Sear, and he said, "Great job, sax man." That's Pat Loomis right there. Sax man, there it is. It's the
Sax man. Sorry,
I was-
had to do it.
No, but what about the tax man? You know, the Beatles, the tax man?
Let me tell you how it will be. Oh yeah, I love that song.
It's the sax man.
He's the sax man.
No, the sax man.
Yeah, I'm a sax man.
All right, now, Mr. Williams, can we have you come on up here? Come on up here, Mr. Williams. Come on. Odaine Williams. All right, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Come right over here. Great to meet you. Thank you for coming by tonight. You guys are sounding phenomenal over there. Again, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. You're from Massachusetts originally or no?
I'm actually from Jamaica. I was born in Mandeville, Jamaica. And most of my family live in Philly. And actually grew up in Boston, grew up in Cambridge, went to high school, went to college. Yeah, the rest of my story is mostly in Boston. Yeah.
Well, being from Jamaica, you know, there's that stereotype about people always do that imitation, Jamaica, man, you know, the whole thing, you know. So, like, people from Jamaica, how do you feel about that? Is that something that, you know, you think that's, you know, I don't know, a bad thing to be, because people always go, hey, Jamaica, man, you know, and all that whole thing. What do you think about that?
Some people find it funny.
You're not one of them, I guess.
I never normally like it, like, you know, but I try to make a good laugh out of it.
All right, so how them Red Sox doing?
It's not that serious, you know. But
I'm always open to learn. So again, growing up in Boston, eventually you decided, hey, you know, I really want to get into music and stuff like that. Why did you decide to do that?
that's a good question. My grandfather played, my aunt played guitar, and that's where I got my earliest knowledge of music, was from them, listening to them on the farm. We had a farm, and they would play, and I would just, you know. So when we came to America, you know, I just kind of naturally found a sort of a connection to music. You know, I would say this: my first instrument was violin, actually, and what was funny, I ended up breaking them. And then I would always break the violins, and they would always have to replace at school. And then I would always sneak out the room and go into the piano room, and they would find me in the piano room playing piano, and they're like, "What are you doing?" So eventually they're like, "Okay, we think you need to probably switch your instrument from violin to piano." So I ended up taking piano lessons, and the rest is history. Just kept playing, listening to music, and my first style of music was ragtime and classical music, and I really I used to play them by ear, actually. Mozart, Brandenburg, all sorts of composers. I would play them by ear, and then eventually I started singing, and then I started getting into pop music and just lots of different music. So, yeah.
Now, you talk about breaking the violins. How did that happen? Was that by accident?
I was playing around too much. I guess it wasn't capturing my attention, and I would just drop it. I wasn't holding it right, and so I would play, and then it would drop the violin, and it would just snap, and it's like, oh, here's another one.
Well, you know that rock band, The Who? They used to break the guitars on purpose. You know, they'd be playing those.
Yeah,
It wasn't like that, was
it
it?
was an accident, But some of the shows I do, I actually have a guitar and I'll use just like a guitar and like pretend I'm gonna break it, but it costs too much money to replace. So I don't know how they do that stuff.
They were making big dough, probably, I guess.
Exactly. So
you've been in music for a long time. This is something that's a passion. This is your career. You continue to pursue this.
without a doubt, and it will always be. So I'm just like him. I don't know how to do anything else. So music is my primary thing that I do, and it is my passion. I must say, I definitely, yeah.
Now, if you're watching this live on Monday night, you guys are performing. What is it? Tomorrow? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about that. You're performing with Pat and also what? Joaquin Santos, right?
Joaquin, yeah, Joaquin's on. Yeah. We're playing. Where are we at? In Rhode Island.
Wait, we need some help over here. Well, yeah, we go. Hold on.
Okay, Joaquin's band, the Dope Lotus, is playing at the South End branch of the Boston Public Library in Boston, and from 6:30 to 7:45. And I get to be the special guest with the Dope Lotus. So that's because I booked the gig. So
There you go. All right. Well, thank you. So thank you again for coming by. We wish you all the best in your career. You guys are sounding great over here. I really appreciate meeting you and having you as our guest.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. There he is, Mr. Odaine Williams. All right. Pat, we're going to need some walk-up music for our next guest. This is where the show really takes a dip. It's at its high points, and we started off a little slow, but now it's really going to drop down. You've heard of the Sultan of Swing. This is the Sultan of Squat. Ladies and gentlemen, Crazy Casey, here he is. Yeah.
Don't touch me. How many times I gotta tell you, don't touch me?
I can't help myself.
That's why I stood on this side. I feel safer with them than I do with you.
Hey, look at that, Madeira. You Portuguese?
Dearest. It's the guy I stole it from. Chased him for 3 blocks on Diamond Street.
Come on over here. You keep walking off camera.
Because you keep touching me.
Hey, is that you right there?
Yes.
Imagine this. Imagine the ego of this guy walking around with his own picture on his own shirt.
It's the only recognition I get. Every time I come here every week, you talked about everybody, their talent. You never asked me about my talent.
What is your talent?
I don't have any. My talent is ignoring you. Anyway, anything else you want to say?
No, I want to ask you what's going on.
Well, I had a tough week because the heat. One of my friends, he's a little bit, and he wanted to go out and look at an electric vehicle. So he took me to look at one of those new testicles. Those.
I think you mispronounced that.
They're electric testicles. It takes like 6 months of Viagra to charge them. You know what? Chops, I like looking this way because I see you. He was making comments about your shirt. I love that shirt. You've always looked good in that shirt. You look better at 12, though. I love him, though. He looks good in everything. You're going to see him dressed up as a creamsicle. Everybody wants to lick him. I like you. And I didn't like that question about Jamaica. Tear that one up too. Anyway, it was a tough week at the nursing home too. I hate it when you laugh at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you.
I've got an inferiority complex. Well, they moved another woman across the hall again. And she's a very aggressive person. She comes over and she wants to borrow my bedpan. No. She wants to do this. No. Anything she can do to come in. So she came in the other day and she says, "Do you believe in the hereafter?" And I said, "Yes." She says, "Then you know what I'm here after?" You never see me run into the John and lock the door fastest time ever in my time. And we had another sexual attack there. This time it was a man. Sometimes it's the women, but this was a man. What the hell are you laughing about, Chops? Where do you end up in a home? You're not that far away. Have a little sympathy, for God's sakes. No, this guy walked and he actually flashed 3 women that were sitting out in the mezzanine. The first woman had a stroke. The second one had a stroke. The third one couldn't reach.
Little help. We need some help over here.
I got nothing.
He's got nothing. He couldn't even reach the saxophone.
There is no help, but I'm glad to know that you were on that cruise and you jumped into the water and saved thousands of people. On the Norwegian Pearl, or whatever it's called. Norwegian Pearl. You know that I was on the 1910 Titanic swim team.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. And we went back to visit the wreck. And you know what? After all these years, 120 years, 115 years now, do you know the pool is still filled? Don't laugh.
Hey, I want to ask you a question.
What?
You know, somebody told me at the feast that if the men walked around with this like this, that meant they were single. And then if they went like this, they meant they were, either married. Did you know that? Somebody told me that. I don't know if were they joking with me? Maybe they were just joking with me. Do you know anything about that?
Yes, I do. The only thing is I can tell you is it doesn't make a difference if you touch it.
Crazy Casey, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Thank you very much. Is the classy Miss New Bedford still here? Surprisingly,
yes.
Surprisingly, yes. Okay, all right. All right. So you promised me an original tune tonight.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you did. Do you have an original tune?
Yeah, we're gonna originate something. Hold on.
All right. What's this called over here? Does this have a name?
This is called TBS, which stands for Too Bad, Sucker.
Is he playing with me right now? That can't be. That's not really the name of the song. I'm so gullible. I'll believe anything. Is that really the name of the song?
Yeah.
Too Bad Sucker. Oh, yeah. Too Bad Sucker. All right. Here we go. All right. Bring it. Wow. You guys are showing off now. You guys are showing off.
Just a little, just a little.
Hey, that is fantastic. Odaine Williams and Pat Loomis right over there. All right, well, we'd like to take the opportunity to thank our sponsors once again. J&J Materials, they've really been a big help. Whaler Inn and Suites Banquet and Conference Center, that's our home base where I do our show here in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Bristol County Media, this gentleman right here, Aaron Cadju, our big-time producer-director. We have Surf Pro of Dartmouth, New Bedford. Thank you very much to them. Tomatoes Italian Grill, where Chops Turner and Colleen Marshall perform every Saturday night. Hey, you got to go down there. What did I say? Did I say it wrong? I said it right. Okay, well, if you've ever been down there, I mean, we've gone down there, and he starts singing, and they start playing music, and he goes back to the Gap Band, and then he comes up to the Bruno Mars, and he does, all the stuff, and before you know it, we're out there dancing, and the food is great, and you got to check it out. Saturday nights down there at Tomatoes. Aaron Pools and Spas, another one of our sponsors. Crazy Casey likes to get a little bubbly here at the bar, and then he goes for a little after the show. He likes to turn that thing up full blast after the show. You know what I'm saying? Just because he enjoys that. We also have attorney John Seed, a real good friend of ours, and our newer sponsor, Ralph Medeiros, Ralph's Auto, that's jumping on board. All right, he's our newest sponsor. And again, we want to thank ABC Channel 6 for taking on our show. We got a lot of great shows coming up. Yeah, that's right. And, she doesn't know it yet, but Laurie Gomes is going to be a guest on our show pretty soon. Look at that. I'm just going to keep... Laurie, no, she already said, I didn't want to blindside her, so yeah, well, I asked her, I think you want to sing a different day. Is that right? Is that correct? All right.
Hey, Paul, who's on the show next week?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. I knew we had him here for some reason. Next week on the show, JT Chronicles.
Oh, my man JT from High End.
Yeah, that's right. Mr. Thompson is going to be on the show. And we also have Lorraine Tello and the great Victor Tavares to promote their show. They have a show at White's coming up in the fall. They're going to be here to promote it. And you want to talk about wacky comedians. Another guy from Florida, he's going to be here in Massachusetts. Cecil Sassafras makes his return. Yeah, the wacky comedy. I mean, if you think Casey was something, you should hear Cecil Sassafras, Oh, by the way, did you make an adjustment to your hat there? Your hat is standing straight up now. What happened?
Or are you just happy to see me?
My medication just kicked.
He took a pill about 10 minutes ago. That's
Some strong stuff.
That's good stuff, baby. That's good stuff.
I'll have what he's having.
I think it was when you were playing that last song. That kind of got him in the mood. Right there. That saxophone music.
I do what I can,
It just can. All right.
For the greater good.
All right. We'd like to
It's those high notes.
the high notes. Very high, I'll tell you. Anyway, we'd like to take the opportunity to thank our guest, Miss New Bedford 2022, Megan Sylvia. All the best during the rest of your reign. And of course, we have Crazy Casey. There he is. You look happy there. You look happy, Crazy Casey. And also,
It's the hat.
it's the hat. It's the hat. And also, the sidekick of the century. He's just a great friend and such a great person to have with us. And he's been with us from the beginning. World-class vocalist and entertainer, Chops Turner. There he is. All right. And of course, Pat Loomis and Odaine Williams. Thank you for being here. So now we need some exit music.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
You got it? You got it? All right. I'm Paul Santos of Paul Santos Live Show. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week right here. And as I always say at the end of the show, don't forget to laugh. Have a great night, everybody. Good night. Thanks. Have a great night.